Are you looking for potential rural base locations in Project Zomboid? The ones that could make your survival game go from 1 week to 6 months? Well, today we're uncovering 10 rural base locations that you will easily be able to survive in. Make sure you watch to the end because I have some good ones in store for you today. First up on our list is from a viewer suggestion, the Tavern near Riverside. This location is nestled in between the junkyard and a food market just outside of Riverside, close-ish to the western gas station. With forests on one side, this is an excellent location for building up walls on the remaining 3 sides and maybe even fencing in the parking lot, like this viewer recommended. The junkyard nearby may be an excellent location for finding vehicles and vehicle parts that you might be able to use for looting places that are further away. The gas station is also fairly close to this tavern and has a fairly low zombie population for those beginner players. To the west of West Point lay 3 houses by a lake. These are nearby to Ben's cabin. These houses have beachfront property and are squeezed in between the lake and river, so there are a lot of water and fishing opportunities here. If you are the building type, there are lots of trees around for building up the walls and gates around all 3 of these houses. They are also partially fenced off, so it would be fairly easy to do this. These houses are in fairly close proximity to West Point, so it would be an easy place to go for a quick looting run into this major city for those delicious cans of bread and spam. If you love cabins, then the Deerhead Lake is the vacation destination for you. This lake is where the Park Ranger HQ is located. It only has dirt roads leading up to this location, so it may be difficult depending on how long you are starting after the outbreak of the Nox infection. There are several cabins scattered all around this lake, plenty of water for fishing and other water activities. There is even a small island in the middle of this lake that has been rumored to have no zombies on it. It would be quite the trek to get all the way out to the lake from the Rangers HQ. However, a zombie-free lifestyle does have its advantages. Are you enjoying this video so far? Why not leave a comment telling me where your favorite base locations are, and it might be featured in a future video. Why not like and subscribe while you're at it too? This next location is fairly remote and will require a car to get to. The Rosewood packaging warehouses. This spot has 4 long warehouses and it's right next to the army quarters. It's positioned almost in the middle of a farmer's field and has some trees nearby but not that many. It may be a difficult spot to survive, but not because of the zombies. There's almost no water around, so you'll have to get water collection barrels set up before the water shuts off in the barracks. This next camping location is great for those looking to escape Muldraugh. There are several cabins here and they are all surrounding a lake, so there's lots of fishing that can be done here. It's a little ways off the highway, however, there are 2 little dirt roads that lead up to these cabins. There are lots of trees for securing this location further, and there's a larger secondary lake nearby if you prefer a fresh spot of land for building from scratch at. The gas station at the crossroads that I covered in a previous video is also down the highway as well, so you can get lots of fuel for power generation from there. One downside of this spot is it's so remote from looting areas that it will take a fair amount of driving to get anywhere worthwhile. There's a small 2-story gas station near Fallis Lake. This gas station is in a smaller town and is right next to a small pond and Fallis Lake just to the south of this basing location. There are plenty of homes to loot nearby, but once those have been emptied, you are in for a fairly long drive to anywhere worthwhile. There is a hardware shop just down the road from the gas station, as well as a farming supply store that will supply all the seeds you'll ever need to survive winter. This small town also holds a police station, which may be a good location for finding some firearms, a bar, which could be another good base location, and a bookstore for helping you level up that carpentry skill. Another plus of this location is there are plenty of trees for building with or for use in keeping yourself warm in the winter, which you are very likely to see with this location. If you like warehouses, boy do I have another location for you. The double small warehouses near Dixie. These warehouses are near a couple of houses, farmer fields, and a bunch of trees. There are still no bodies of water or wells around these spots. However, if you get a water collection barrel set up before the water runs out in these many houses, you'll be set up for a long while in this small remote town. Just down the road from the warehouses inside Dixie, there's a fairly sizable gas station there as well, so you won't won't have to worry about running out of fuel for those looting runs or powering your base with this location. This next location was also submitted by a fellow viewer such as yourself. The 3 houses on a roundabout in the outskirts of Louisville. This location may be incredibly difficult to get to, considering you'd either have to drive through Louisville or walk a long ways through the forest towards this location. However, once you finally make it there safe and sound, there is a low zombie population waiting for you here, as well as 3 amazing houses that are all fenced in with 1 entrance in and out. There are plenty of trees inside the fences and even more outside of the fences. In the backyard of one of these houses, there's even a small pool/pond here. I'm unsure if you can fish in this pool, as I haven't based here myself yet, but it still supplies you with all the water you could possibly drink and an easy spot to collect water for your farm that you will no doubt start here. This one is kind of an odd one, but it could turn out to be a fairly neat base. The power transformer station south of Louisville. This location is near the secondary entrance into Louisville, and there are no lakes or buildings besides a small guard hut at the entrance. However, this location is fully fenced off, has 2 levels of fencing, and has 1 entrance in and out. If you take a sledgehammer, you may be able to knock out this old world equipment and build a nice little base for yourself inside the second fence. That base would be impenetrable for any wandering horde. There are also plenty of trees around, so this might be a good location for you to set up shop in once you have a carpentry skill of 8 or higher, so you can make those big water collection barrels that you will need for this location. Maybe the power went out because of me knocking out the transformer. I guess you'll have to try this base for yourself and find out. And there you have it, survivors, 10 excellent rural basing locations for Project Zomboid. These bases will no doubt lengthen your lifespan and aid in your fight for survival. Did I miss your favorite location? Let me know in the comments which location or locations you'd choose for your hideout. Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on more potential basing locations in the future. Stay safe out there, survivors, and until next time.